as a seasoned movie buff with over 3 decades of Tolkien lore under my belt, I must say that the latest twist in the Rings of Power has me intrigued and skeptical at the same time. And the idea that Sauron could be harboring romantic feelings for Galadriel is certainly an interesting take on the character, but it feels more like a manipulative ploy than more likely genuine affection, or see that most of the seam is what type of training over my NB. In the captivating 5th episode of The Rings of Power Season 2, some devoted viewers found themselves pondering a tantalizing possibility. Could Sauron harbor feelings of affection for Galadriel? In Season 1 of The Rings of Power, Sauron, portrayed by Charlie Vickers, frequently appeared alongside Morvith Clark's Galadriel. However, Sauron disguised himself as the king of the Southlands, known as Halbrand. Eventually, he unmasked himself to Galadriel, causing them to separate. So far in Season 2, Sauron has been in Eregion, working alongside Celebrimbor, while Galadriel has been on a mission to thwart his plans. Sauron's relationship with Galadriel in the Rings of Power. In the 5th episode of Season 2 from the Rings of Power, some viewers have been intrigued by a line spoken by Sauron in one particular scene, leading them to ponder if there might be romantic feelings between him and Galadriel. As Mordania conversed within Celebrimbor's smithy at Eregion, Sauron remarked that she bore a striking resemblance to Galadriel, particularly when her hair shimmered under the light. It's quite surprising. For just a second, when the light struck your hair, you looked remarkably like Lady Galadriel. Of course, that's who I was thinking of. This caused Mordania to blush, especially after Sauron raised his hand and ran it through her hair. Sauron's words caused many fans to wonder if he truly had feelings for Galadriel in the show. In Season 1, they shared an undeniable screen connection, hinting at a potential romantic undercurrent. Sauron displayed to Galadriel a glimpse of how the world might appear if they united in rule. Initially, this vision proved difficult for her to resist, as it appeared highly enticing. In Season 2, Episode 1, the bond between Elrond and Galadriel became more evident as he questioned whether she was still under Sauron's control. And as a dedicated cinema enthusiast, I can't help but acknowledge the widespread speculation among fans during Season 1, shipping Halbrand and Galadriel, possibly School, even when it was disclosed that Halbrand was none other than Sauron. Many remained eager to pen fan fiction tales of their romantic entanglement. They yearned for the show to delve deeper into what a relationship between these characters could have been. During a Rings of Power panel at San Diego Comic-Con, a fan inquired if viewers could expect to see more of the character Galadriel in Season 2. In response, actors Charlie Vickers and Morvith Clark exchanged significant looks, with Vickers replying, "I believe we will." So far in the second season, Episode 5 is where we haven't seen Sauron and Galadriel together on screen yet. This absence might lead viewers to anticipate a meeting or interaction between these two characters in the remaining 3 episodes. Additionally, it's worth noting that in the official season 2 trailer for The Rings of Power, there is a scene showing Sauron and Galadriel together. In this encounter, Sauron employs Morgoth's crown to deflect an attack from Galadriel with his sword, and then uses it to draw her nearer to himself. Is Sauron in love with Galadriel and the Rings of Power? It's been noted that numerous fans are curious whether Sauron harbors feelings for Galadriel in the series The Rings of Power, sparked by his remarks in Season 2, Episode 5. In retrospect, their interactions in Season 1 may have appeared genuine, but what transpired was actually Sauron skillfully deceiving Galadriel to win her confidence. This deception served his purpose of ultimately acquiring precisely what he desired from her habitat. In various episodes of the series, just as with Mordania in Season 2, Episode 5, it's been shown that Sauron has exerted a similar influence on other characters. Actually, what might appear as hidden nostalgically recalling times with Galadriel and expressing longing for her was in fact a strategic ploy to win Mordania over, rather than an honest sentiment, and that can't. In the original text, J.R.R. Tolkien portrays Galadriel as the most beautiful elf in all of Middle Earth. Therefore, if someone were to tell Mordania that she resembled Galadriel, it would be an extremely high compliment indeed. It's not just Celebrimbor that Sauron aims to influence within Eregion. He recognizes the importance of forging connections with others to attain complete control. At this particular juncture, he perceives Mordania as the easiest target for his manipulations due to her vulnerability. And indeed, although it might appear that I harbor affection for Galadriel, the truth is my intentions towards her in the first season were merely strategic maneuvers. My ultimate objective has always been to assert control over Middle-earth. And those interactions served as steps on that path. On Thursdays at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, you can catch the latest installments of The Rings of Power on Amazon Prime Video.